Yeah, man. I suppose we better stay high because there's an awkward silence for the first fucking 5 seconds. Great
You
stuff.
never said you were live. Like you just said, I'm going to do it. You never said what actually happened.
I should have said, but whatever.
See, there's not a live icon in the corner. That there's a good sign.
Thanks.
You win the case for that, yeah.
Thanks. That's great. That is fucking sarcastic. Anyway, welcome to the bi-monthly podcast now with this race.
To be fair, we've only had one, so we don't know exactly how often they're going to be because this is only the second one.
I think we should just stick to the bi-monthly stuff and just work with it. If we can do more, fine. We'll do it every 2 weeks. We'll do it every Saturday, Friday before pay-per-view. I feel like we should have talked about this before we went live.
Probably, yeah.
We've already got to this point now. So, we will be talking. Say that again?
It's a behind-the-scenes feature.
Yeah. See?
Beyond the map.
Catering to everyone. Anyway, we'll be talking about Raw, SmackDown, G1 Climax.
The last 2 weeks.
Say that again?
For the last 2 weeks.
For the last 2 weeks, of which there was about 1 week's worth of entertainment at that. OTT show that Alex will give us a rundown on. The fact that CCW got with Ospreay for the next show, and we'll be talking about that card. Slammiversary, and we will be giving the names, talking about the names that were announced for the Mae Young Classic and the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view. And we'll be giving predictions on that. So, wow, shit for the last 2 weeks. There was Enzo and Cass's stuff, which was good. And Enzo's promo by himself was fucking great. His second one was it last week. So he was just in the ring by himself just before he attacked Cass in the back. It was really, really, really good. I think the best line out of it was all you wear is just a 7. No, is it? The only good thing about you is that you're 7 foot tall and you're just a catchphrase that I gave you or something like that.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
there's a lot of road.
That was very, very good. Yeah, that was good. Anything you want to give in there, Daniel, on that one? As you just sit there and smile?
Well, I'm trying to think because I didn't see the promo, so I can't really comment on it.
How about just sit there and go, yes, I agree. It was a good promo. Bullshit away through it. So I managed to get through life at this point. And I'm not saying it's worked out, but it's been easy.
You made it this far.
What?
You made it this far.
Yeah, see, there you go. What else?
Like I've seen the previous week's promo with Enzo and Cass.
Was that the one where they sort of got back together for 2 minutes?
Where they reunited and then broke up again.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
It really must have been heartbreaking times if you're an Enzo and Cass fan because you're like, oh, they're back together again. Oh wait, no, they're not.
No, they're not. Oh. Yeah, that was good though. To be fair, he got Enzo and just fucked him down the ramp. Like, jeez.
It's really well done.
Yeah, it was. It was very, very well done.
Where they're going to go with this now?
Apparently, they're only going to have the one match, and then that's it. Enzo's straight down to them. Well, I wouldn't say down, but he's going to the cruiserweights.
Yeah.
And Cass is just going to do stuff.
Going to go right to the top.
Or at least the mid-card. Like I said the last time, I don't know where he fits in on this. Because he's still...
They'll find somewhere for a 7-foot guy, athletic as he is.
When they've broken up a tag team that was as over as they were, you'd have to think they have big plans for him.
This is WWE one of them. When you hear about as fickle as Vince McMahon is, he could have thought this is great last week and gone, I don't really want this now. Like, hear about the story? Was it Tyler Breeze? The reason he got into the bad books in Vince's eyes.
He laughed at him, didn't he?
No, he they were at the tribute to the troops, think it was the first one he was on when he was on the main roster, and someone, it's like Michael Hayes or something, said you can go home because you're not needed, and so he went home, and apparently Vince didn't.
Yeah, that wasn't attributed to the troops. That was like a SmackDown show or something.
No, I think it was attributed to the troops. They said. I know this is what we're going to. This is what Ryback said. Ryback is also the same person who said that they wanted him to squash AJ Styles at WrestleMania. So take that with a fault. But yeah, that's what he said. That's what happened. He got sent home, and Vince went mental because he didn't okay it or something. Something.
I didn't know it was attributed to troops. I thought it was a SmackDown show because he'd only just come up from NXT. But he wasn't sure if he was needed or not, or not.
Oh, I could be wrong. I just thought I read tribute to the troops, but then again, that might have changed in the meantime. So.
Again, it depends who's put it out the first time.
Yeah.
I originally thought I'd say it was because when they had their first NXT takeover, the stream froze on Tyler Breeze. So for a lot of people, Tyler Breeze was associated with the network going down.
We could also say the reason the network went down as well because so many people wanted to see Tyler Breeze, they couldn't help but watch NXT. So I mean that's a good thing as well.
Genius.
See, you spend 1 year in an independent wrestling organization in Ireland, and you pick up a few things.
You know,
I should say 1.5 years in an independent wrestling organization in Ireland, you pick up.
That's very important. Totally.
The best thing is if you're putting that down in the form, it would probably go in the 1 to 2 year bracket, so you can kind of stretch that out.
See, there you go. Right? What else happened? The Miz entourage thing.
Oh, the LeVar Ball incident.
Oh my god! When I watched that clip back and I heard his son shout out, "Beat that!" Well, what should I say?
No,
beat that N-word's ass twice. And
I want this podcast to be.
That again?
How popular do you want this podcast to be?
Well, it'll get people watching. I don't know if they like it or not, but they'll watch.
Eric Bischoff 101, huh? Controversy and sex sell.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it's kind of disgrace to wrestling, It's fun for what it was.
And apparently they were supposed to also stay out in the ringside and watch the match and then come back in and celebrate with the winners. But that just apparently they were told get the fuck back in the back now. And LeVar Ball walked away from Vince, and his two sons kind of just stood there and said sorry and talked to him. LeVar Ball just kept walking. Didn't even acknowledge him. Which if he did, then yeah, you're going to see why they're never letting him back on Raw again.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Say again?
Not a chance.
No. That's gone. And he would have been, like, if you brought him back, you could have brought him easily back for other shit at SummerSlam and Mania and stuff. Because he could get, because I didn't know about him until they announced that he was on it. And then when I looked him up and stuff, it was like, this is genius. Because his sons are famous, but he's clearly the spin doctor. Put it that way.
He's what Titus O'Neil hopes to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, Titus O'Neil is doing great work.
That's the most fun part of Raw.
The fact he's involved in everything. Like why he tried to send out this week he tried to send out Apollo Crews to get absolutely killed by Braun.
Oh yeah, and then he fucking, it was like a leg press or something, like midair, and he kicked him. Oh my god, it was so cool.
I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead.
It was great. Oh my god, it was so cool. Because I didn't watch it, so I was getting all my stuff from Twitter. And just the gif came up of him just kicking him, launching him across the ring. I was like, what the
He landed on his head. Or very close to landing on his head.
Yeah. That was sick. That really was sick. What else happened?
We've had Joe and Lesnar have a good build for once to a title match.
It's been the last couple of weeks, yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to think of something else other than that.
You don't want to go to that yet.
I don't want to go to that yet. I'm trying to stretch this out as much as I can here.
Well,
The Miz this week where he said that, what was it? Like he was supposed to be the breakout star of the Shield, but that clearly didn't work out for you, or something like that. Was it something along those lines? It was a good line anyway.
Promo from the Miz.
Miz is great, and I found out this week. Was it this week or last week? That Jim Cornette doesn't like the Miz, and I don't know why. And it's kind of funny too, because you bring him up and he just gets fucking angry. It's hilarious. I know Jim Cornette doesn't like a lot of things, but the fact that he has this perpetual hatred for the Miz is kind of funny.
Yeah, like he hates an old school heel when he was himself an old school heel.
It's not the heel thing. It's the I seem to be figuring out that it's the whole reality TV star thing, and the fact that he doesn't necessarily look like he loves Dolph Ziggler. Jim Cornette loves Dolph Ziggler. He said it was like you could put him in any era and it would have worked for him because he just has this like fucking pretty boy like look at him. But he just, I think it's a body thing with the Miz, especially when he would have been in OVW. Miz wasn't that big. He was pretty big, like, yeah. So
well, he was fresh out of reality TV at that stage, wasn't
he? Yeah, I think they more or less signed him right off the back of that. Was it house thing? What was it called? Let's say it again.
Was he in Real World?
Yes, that's it. Alex has just started us, and he looks hilarious. His eyes closed. It looks like he took a nap. Yeah, I think that was it. Then you have the Lesnar and Joe stuff, which has been really, really good. I mean, Lesnar has like Samoa Joe knows exactly what he's doing. Like he's been very tactical. He might actually win in the weekend.
I think he is winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ratings and stuff need to go up.
But the thing is, like, they have advertised Brock defending his title at so many other places.
But they're going to do that. They're going to do that anyway. Because if they say he's not the champion, he's going to show up. It just blatantly gives away the ending.
Yeah.
So it'll be like business as usual because you got to act like, oh, we don't know what's going to happen.
Like, was their original plan not to have Lesnar and Reigns for the title?
Yeah, but they seem to have changed their minds.
Yeah, I think the original plan was he was going to run through a bunch of people. It was like Strowman, Lesnar. I mean, Strowman, Joe.
I still want to see that Strowman Lesnar match.
Oh, that's going to be great because the two of them are going to beat the shit out of each other. It'll be fucking great. I had an idea. I had a thought that maybe if they use him for a B pay-per-view, which they very well could because there is that long gap between Survivor Series and the Rumble, like a little bit too long. So if they wanted to, they could easily put Big Cass in that match and get battered like he did Cena. Like when Cena happened to Cena, was it 2003, 2004? 2003, Cena faced him at Backlash and he got absolutely battered, but it was kind of a bit of a coming out moment. Even though Bruce Pritchard said in his podcast that he thought it was too early when it happened. But in the long run, what's the fucking matter? But
have they announced what brand is getting Hell in a Cell, or is it going to be
assuming it's going to be Raw again.
Yeah, it should be Raw.
Probably going to be Raw, yeah.
Raw? You can have that could be a good time to have Strowman and Lesnar.
Yeah, stick him in a cage because Lesnar has a great record ahead of the cell matches too. Go on.
I think you're about to say the same thing as me, and I hope you are. The Taker, Lesnar, Hell in a Cell, No Mercy 2003 or something.
Was it
one of my favorite Hell in a Cells.
Yeah, it's my favorite Hell in a Cell because two of them are just piss and blood. It's fantastic.
In fact, like that was when Taker had the cast in his arm as well.
Yeah. Two of them fucking killing. That's Lesnar's best rivalry rating. Like out of all the rivalries, I think that's his best one. Because it genuinely looked like that the two of them fucking hated each other and wanted to beat the shit out of each other every single time. Like.
So you go back through the years, it looks like it was following a nice progression, and then like it ended at WrestleMania. Well, did it really? No. They fought again after that, didn't they?
When? After Survivor Series?
No, so, yeah.
They probably did. I feel like they did.
I don't think WrestleMania was the last one.
WrestleMania, the one that just passed.
No, not that one. Like the WrestleMania, Lesnar and Taker.
If
Oh,
they
they
faced
fought
each
then
other,
after that. That little rivalry there last year.
Yeah.
if they faced each other at SummerSlam and the Taker win, or did Lesnar beat him again?
And he won cheap.
Yeah, I think he did. Because I think
It was a low blow, and then he made him tap out. But Taker tapped out beforehand, but the referee didn't see it.
Oh yeah, that one.
but Taker only has like 2 wins over Lesnar, doesn't he? In the entire time they fought, I think it's only like 2 wins over him.
Better than most people.
He's got a really bad record against Lesnar. Like,
they had another Hell in a Cell match.
yeah, they had 2. That was Unforgiven. The Unforgiven one was the one I was thinking of.
But they had another one there. Then the end of the rivalry, I think, it was one of the Hell in a Cells.
Yeah, or Hell in a Cell and Unforgiven. I don't. All that year. Yeah, I think they did.
They had like 3 matches. They had the one at SummerSlam and another one Hell in a Cell.
I want to look this up just to make sure.
Well, definitely, I'm nearly sure there was one at Hell in a Cell because that's when Lesnar ripped up the padding and the canvas on the ring, and F5'd Undertaker onto the.
Was that last year? 3 Hell in a Cells on the one show.
Yeah, I think so.
That would have been 2016, yeah?
I'm assuming it has to be, yeah.
I have no way that Lesnar and Taker come before.
2015. Because last year he faced. Was it last year he faced Bray Wyatt?
Yeah. But it was after the Wyatt one.
So it would have been 2015.
Yeah. So we've been talking about Raw SmackDown from the last 2 weeks, and we're now going back at least 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
I blame you. I was in current mode, and you have gone back.
Yeah, it was 2015, and
But that's clearly a sign of what the current product has become.
yeah, if a B pay-per-view is getting Lesnar and fucking Taker to main evented, and now we have Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton, yeah, it's been a slow decline. Yeah, Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker that year, and that about 80 minutes.
It was a good match if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
I can't remember it all. I stopped caring once the Shield fucking the streak ended. So
yeah. Oh, Undertaker matches are terrible without the streak. They lose a lot of luster.
it's not even that they lose a lot of luster. The rivalry should have ended when the streak ended.
Yep. The fact that he had more fights after that was like a bit of pointless.
I don't really care. Like,
I'm just fighting for no reason.
Basically, yeah. They're having a scrap because I don't know. It just doesn't look right. Anyway, when I get back
get off my yard.
We better get back to this because otherwise we're going to go on this weird tangent where we start talking about old shit where we should really be focusing on the current product.
We need to start switching gears.
Yeah.
Say that again?
We need to start switching gears.
Yep. So SmackDown had Carmella winning the Money in the Bank, which was by herself.
Right decision, yeah.
She just is enough with it, I think.
Say that again?
She's a natural heel to kind of carry that sort of thing. It looks good with her. Better than it would with Tamina or something.
Well, nobody else in the match would deserve that or needed that.
Yeah, that's it. Like
the only other option you would have had there, I think I said that as well the last time. The only other option I think you would have had there that would have made sense is if Becky just went fuck it and just screw Charlotte out of it and won it, and she turned heel because she said she wants to turn heel because I think she's stagnated as a face and she's got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
No, give her a good feud. Babyface.
Who do you feud her against? Like, she might have great matches with Natalya, but who do you slap? Like, that just doesn't look appealing to me because Becky's great. Natalya's a fucking Natalia's as dry as she's. Tamina, she's getting.
Becky would work because you've Lana getting these undeserved title shots that Becky might want or something. You have a feud over that.
Hang on, did she lose in like a very, very short time this week?
Who, Lana?
Yeah.
I mean, she's what?
It's Jesus Christ.
That's her character dead now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where'd you go after that? Like,
well, they revived her. They brought Tamina out to no reaction.
Because no one cares about Tamina, and no one has ever cared about Tamina.
Did we not talk about Tamina in the last episode?
Yeah, we did, yeah. You shit.
I feel like there's nothing else we can add to that.
No. Just thought we should remind ourselves how bad Tamina is. But yeah, the women's division looks good anyway. Main evented 3 shows in a row last week.
Should we just say wrestling is good?
Yeah, let's just go with that.
Yeah, the women.
Oh, hello? Sounds hello.
Hello.
Oh yeah, I had the sound went there. I've had the two podcasts. I've had this on live, and I also had it on YouTube to see was it still streaming right. So I was getting the audio from the board of them. So it kind of crossed over, and I thought you lost it. Anyway,
be behind us as well, wouldn't it?
Am I a bit behind you?
No, the YouTube stream of it.
Yeah, it's about 10-15 seconds. I said it to.
Interfering as well.
Why I don't know, because it's not like I can do anything, like, doesn't really make a fucking difference, but whatever. There's three people watching it, so hi to those 3 people. Oh no, wait, there's 2. Wait, there's actually only 2 people watching it. I was the 3rd. Yay!
This is like being on Twitch when you get one viewer.
Yeah, I did Twitch like 2 or 3 times. I got abuse off one fella because I was really shit at FIFA, and I was like, you know what? I don't need this. I don't care that I can't play properly. Okay.
FIFA, but the rage would just not be okay.
If you're not good at a game, you have to embrace that and make it part of your gimmick on Twitch.
I usually do, but I was like, I'm fine with my friends doing it, but I am not okay with some random dude from fucking Pakistan giving me abuse just because I'm Everton in career mode. Okay? I don't need this negativity in my life.
And it's not motivating either.
Say that again?
It's not motivating either.
You got to repeat that again. I cannot hear you wrong.
Motivating.
No, it's not. Not at all. And I do it. The thing is, I don't know why I was getting like specifically abused because I was Everton. It's like, have you ever tried Everton?
Way off topic here, people.
Say that again?
We're going way off topic.
Yeah, go on. Jesus Christ.
So SmackDown. Woo.
Naomi's got a new belt. It's fine. I don't get the fucking
Mark, so I'm gonna like anything.
But like the belt makes sense. She was bound to have the Illuminous Lights going along with it anyway, so why not?
Yeah. Like she didn't do a Cena, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's not like this thing's going to be permanent. It makes sense that she has her own custom title to go with the character that she is. It's fine, like.
Yeah, I mean, everybody gets their own custom side plates, so I don't know why everybody's getting up in a hissy fit like.
Do the female belts have custom plates? Yeah.
Say that again?
Those doesn't. The female belt has custom plates.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think it did at the start. I think when Becky won at the start, she didn't have the custom plates for a while. Was that Becky? Oh no, it was when Alexa Bliss won it. She didn't have custom plates for like about 2-3 weeks afterwards. I think it was that long anyway until they gave them to her. Yeah, so her belt is fine, and she beat Lana in 8 seconds, and that's Lana's career. Well, at least her character for the time being fucking dead.
Yeah. But they're putting Naomi over strong, so that's good.
Yeah, but we need to sacrifice. Like, why would you put an already an already like functioning champion over someone that.
She's still not the most over person in the division or the most threatened.
She's not, but like the champion is never always over the most over. To be fair.
Well, yeah, but she still looks like third on the totem pole, not fourth. Whereas this at least gives her a leg up.
Yeah, but like when you're doing it against a character that's only brand new that no one really doesn't really care about as it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't know why they didn't bring Lana. Say that again?
I agree with you.
Yeah, see, there's no way you just didn't bring Lana in. I don't know, fucking feud with Becky instead.
Who knows?
You could have had good matches there, I suppose. So at least something relatively interesting for a couple of months. And then, I don't know, Natalya could have fucking faced off against Natalya could have faced off against Naomi. I could not think of the name. I had to look right down there. Like, you know, something different. Like, but I don't know. It's like we're just going to throw you right into the deep end, and you're going to sink quick.
I'm sure they have a reason though. SmackDown Live usually has a reason for this sort of stuff. Do you
know? What else was on it? Oh, Chad Gable. Apparently, American Alpha are done.
No, definitely not.
Did I hear something about that fact that they've had a mutual agreement to separate, and Chad Gable is going to be the breakout star of the two of them? Because his match he made AJ Styles look like he grounded him for most of that match. Like,
if this is another tag team they're going to split up, I'm going to be annoyed because I really wanted them to redo Team America or Team Angle. Just come on.
I think once we realize that,
really.
I think once we realize that they weren't going to the Raw in the Superstar Shake-Up, that just said in like, yeah, we're not going to get this.
I don't know. They're still a good tag team though.
They're still fine, yeah, but they're lost. They were lost even like they were lost a couple of weeks in. They were doing nothing with them, and then they won the belts, and they were still lost.
Yeah, all they have to do is put on a few good matches with the New Day, and they're back over. You know?
I think they're done. Why would you put Chad Gable against what is the face? It's like, I know it's a gimmick and all, but he is literally the face of SmackDown Live. And he put on a really good match. Made him look pretty substandard in some parts of it. He had on that waist lock for what, 5 minutes? He was just throwing him around the ring like he was nothing. Like, Chad Gable looked fucking great. Is Chad Gable?
Yeah,
for a second there, I was like, am I saying his name right? I'm just saying the two of their names fucking combined.
Randy William and Gable.
Yeah.
It's Jason Jordan is the other guy.
Jason Jordan's the other guy. He's I don't like him at all.
He has everything but like the connection.
Yeah, and he also looks like when they do split them up, he's just going to be just this happy-go-lucky. I'm great to be here.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, if they
Jannetty in 2 tag teams now, he was tagging with Ty Dillinger for a long time as well.
Was he?
Yeah, down in NXT, they were kind of the jobber tag team.
Oh Jesus!
Part of the experiment.
Ooh, well, that's not nice. He is not having any luck for tag teams.
No. Yeah, being Jannetty once is bad enough. Being it twice is pretty.
And to be fair, Jannetty at the start was actually the more over the two of them, which sort of baffles me.
Well, I mean, the angle was pretty hot, so of course he was going to be over.
Yeah, but he was like really over. You look back at some of those shows, he was like hot when he broke up from the two of them. He was the better of the two of them at the start. Like, he could have ridden that momentum wave for a while before they realized he's shit. Like, but was it like he's a fucking one a nutcase and the self-sabotager and just kept doing drugs and just went. I mean, they tried to rekindle. I'm nearly certain they tried to rekindle that 3 times. That whole rivalry 3 times, and every single time he fucked up. There was never an actual payoff to that feud that had any repercussions.
That's what happened in the 90s, though.
Yeah, we keep veering off way too quick.
Yeah.
Ridiculously quick.
Yeah, it's getting it. Come on, Lawrence. Fuck's sake. And Lesnar and not that fucking Lesnar, Jinder and Orton.
Jinder Mahal, Randy
Have
Orton.
they done anything rememberable? Because I can't remember anything they've done. Bear the fact
No,
that
just the usual.
match.
Yeah, just the usual. Jinder's a bad foreigner. Randy Orton's Mr. America all of a sudden.
OSW review, they say this. It's just like you're pro-America for the sake of being pro-America. Fuck off unless it's going to be a gimmick the entire time.
The thing I found weird about this whole thing, the introduction of the Punjabi prison match into the feud, because like, why is Jinder bringing in the match, knowing that's going to keep out the people who have kept helping him be taken?
Yes. Why is the heel doing the good person thing?
Why is he bringing it in? It makes no sense at all.
Yeah, but I think the point as well is like, yeah, he's the one that's doing it. But I think the point of it as well is, I'm going to keep you inside here to beat the shit out of you because he thinks he can beat him, but no one like he fully convinced he can beat him. And if he does beat him, he looks great coming out of it. If he doesn't beat him, then the shitty heel gets a fucking.
Oh,
really? You're not buying that? No.
I've just literally saying, right, Jinder, just bring back the Punjabi prison match. Like, you're sort of Indian.
It's you know what it's like. You know what it's like. Him being in the Punjabi prison match is like Cameron not having Ellsworth for the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
She wins, she proves a point that she doesn't need him. He wins, he proves a point that he doesn't need them. He loses.
Do you think he's going to...
Do I think he's got... Yeah. He's losing that belt to Cena at SummerSlam.
Probably. I'd actually be happy.
I think he's going to lose the belt to Cena at SummerSlam and then Corbin's cashing in. I think I read that somewhere. No matter who wins that match, Corbin's cashing in.
That as well.
They don't like Corbin anymore, though.
Say that again?
They were kind of... I don't think Vince changed his mind on Corbin, and he might be giving the briefcase to Nakamura.
Yeah, there was talk of that as well.
No, I don't like him anymore.
Don't like Nakamura anymore?
Corbin.
And then I've done a complete 180 on him. I fucking love him though. Well, I hated him at the start. Dan can remember that. I used to fucking hate him at the start.
Oh, did you watch Breaking Ground?
Yeah.
That's why I got connected to him there. I didn't like him just once in NXT, but when you watch him, like how he is, like,
yeah. When he started first, he was very bland, like to the point where has anyone like done anything with him in terms of like promos and shit. And since he's been on the main roster, I think he's realized he's got to sink or swim, and he has swam relatively well. Obviously, well enough that he's just won the fucking Money in the Bank. Like,
Kane has been.
They built him well though.
Are we saying that, Dan? Kane's been helping, hasn't he?
He's been working with him backstage on how to be a big guy.
That's always good.
On how to be a big guy. Kane is one of the guys to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect for him, like, to learn from somebody like Kane.
If Baron could just start doing a couple of sidewalk slams here and there, that would just be fucking great.
That was when I used to do wrestling training. That was one of the few moves that I could take all day. It's the easiest move in the world to take.
A cheap plug for Aaron's indie career once again.
3 matches and I lost 2 of them. Yay!
Put in the corner for how many times Aaron mentions he has read.
I want to plug the shit out of my now 3-year-old wrestling career.
You're like Alberto Del Rio. I don't need this shit, but I'm going to talk about you all the time so you bring me back.
Oh, god damn it. Fuck him. Jesus Christ. I know we're not supposed to get into TNA yet, right? But oh my god, get over the fact that they fucking released you. Get over the fact that they fucked you about and move on with your fucking life. Jesus Christ. They're the champion in their competition now. Focus on that. Like, not even TNA wanted. Like, TNA cut him off the other night. Like,
Oh yeah, I remember that. They were like, "Don't just stop it."
It's just that they played his music and he got louder, and then they played it even louder and he got even louder again, and then they played it to the point where he was like, "Ah, fuck this song, going." It's like, why? Like, oh my god!
This is not the problem with anybody mentioning the other company. But like, I just show like, hey, no, that's too much.
Fuck that. Anyway, we're done with all that shit, so I suppose we better get into the card for Great Balls of Fire. Pre-show.
Because I don't think I even know all the matches.
I'll name them out and then we'll just do it that way. So the pre-show match is Neville versus Akira Tozawa.
Pre-show? Oh man, the best match on the card.
Brand.
It's curtain jerker. I still think I think Akira will win. I think it's probably the end of Neville's. Yeah, I think it's probably the end of Neville's.
And it's going to be a plus for the Titus brand.
Yeah.
I can see that happening. I don't want it to, but I can see it happening.
I can see it happening, and either so it's going to be a really fucked finish, or Akira's going to win clean.
Yeah.
If that was to happen, where would Neville go then?
Oh, they could still feud for a couple of months, though. I mean, no problem there.
Have him feud the entire Titus brand.
You could. Yeah, just the 3-on-1 handicap match at SummerSlam. See? Booker. Who do you think is going to win? Alex. Let's go with Alex.
Neville.
Who do you think is going to win, Dan?
Neville.
I'm by myself and I'm proud.
I think it's too soon.
They haven't built it well enough to dethrone the king of the cruiserweights.
But they need to build it up, like.
Yeah.
But a shock in the couch isn't too far off. Especially when you
see not on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you know why? Because the pre-shows are pointless and no one fucking watches them anymore. So why not have a change to make people go?
Nobody sees it.
Yeah, but that's the point. So, okay, this is the point I'm trying to get across. If he beats him on the pre-show, people will still people then will go, well, at least some people will go, oh, wait, if they're going to do that in the pre-show, that means what else would they do in the pre-show? It'll make people want to watch in the future.
They've done title changes in the pre-show before. It just kills the new champion straight away.
Yeah, but do you know what? It's not even a pre-show anymore. It's just something that happens to be on YouTube and the network, as well as the rest of the fucking pay-per-view. It's not even... No, again.
You're on your own.
I don't give a fuck. Next is Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Hardy Boys. I think Cesaro and Sheamus is winning this.
It's 9 on, isn't it?
It's a 30-minute Iron Man match as well. Oh shit!
Yeah,
I didn't even fucking know that.
Tag team match.
I've learned something new today. 30-minute Iron Man tag team match.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a clusterfuck.
I'd be worried though. Matt Hardy wrestling for 30 minutes.
The whole thing is tag. They tag in and out. They're being clever here.
Oh, that's quite a good idea.
I wouldn't trust either.
Say that again?
I wouldn't trust either of those in the ring for half an hour, though. They're a bit too old to carry a good match.
I can get worried when I see Jeff trying to run and he kind of looks as stiff as like a man in his 80s.
That's because he's fucking breaking through tables and ladders for the last 10, 15 years.
True.
Calm down, like. Well, actually longer, even 20 years now. Sure, what, 2007 to 1987 they debuted?
Yeah, about 97, 98 when they were jobbing.
So, no, that'll be a good match. That's because I know the Sheamus and can just carry them, like.
They've been really, like.
Yeah, the moment they turn heel as well, and they had a legitimate reason for turning heel, you're like, yeah, I can completely see why you're being pricks now. I can completely get it.
A genuine reason.
Yeah, it wasn't just because I'm a cunt now. No, it was because they came back and you had a change for them. You pricks.
The fact that he legit knocked out Jeff Hardy's tooth before that as well. Really kind of plays into it.
Anyway, Alex, who'd you have for that?
I might go with the Hardys because apparently Sheamus is taking time off for a movie. So, going Hardys.
Who are you going with then?
Well, I was gonna go with Cesaro and Sheamus, but like the rumor there sounds interesting, but I just don't see the Hardys winning them back just yet.
He's not doing that movie for a while, though, isn't he? He's not doing that until SummerSlam, isn't it?
I don't know. Can't remember. I know he's taking a month or two.
I know he's taking 1 or 2 off to do the movie, all right, but I didn't think that was for another couple of weeks. Well, then again, I don't know. I could be wrong. But I
I'm Sheamus anyway.
Yeah. Next one is The Miz with Maurice and Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel against Dean Ambrose. I think The Miz is winning this one.
Yeah. Please God.
With complete fuckery as well from the outside interference. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Probably.
From Curtis Axel and Corporate Serios.
Corporate Serios?
Did you see him?
I did. Yeah. Who's that guy? What?
Oh, that's amazing. Corporate Serious. Fucking hell. Yeah, The Miz is winning that. Are you in agreement there on that one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, that's Miz.
Yeah. Enzo and Big Cass after that.
Cass.
Gonna battle for fucking 5 minutes, Lisa.
Yeah.
Probably a very, very short match.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be 5 minutes at the most, Lisa.
I'd say half minutes the Enzo pleading with Cass.
I don't even think he's going to plead. I think after Monday the pleading's done now. He's just fucking
it goes back and forth.
Nah, I think they're done. I think Enzo knows they're done. It's very sad because they were by far my favorite tag team in that roster. Especially my brother. He fucking loved them.
Yeah. They were so fun at live events and stuff, though, to chant along.
I didn't get to see him at a live event. And now that I know that I'm not going to be able to see him on fucking Raw either, it's a depressing fucking note.
I'd say Enzo will be on Raw.
Yeah, but it's not the same. What's the catchphrase that they're giving Big Cass right now? Is it he's the money maker or something like that?
I don't know. It's not going to be as good.
No, it's actually quite a clever one. It was like he's the money maker or something, or I was the money man or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually quite, because at the moment he's just still using the same theme music and he has no fucking merch. Which you think someone would have gone, let's just at least design some sort of merch first.
Exactly. And the fact that they're still using a theme song.
The theme song that I'm fine with because, alright, but like, surely in the space of 2 weeks, someone in the back would have come up with some sort of fucking t-shirt design so he doesn't have to keep wearing the muscle top fucking thing. Generic big man muscle tops because we still haven't found some fucking gear yet.
No merch. They don't really think about that sort of stuff.
Oh. They have a whole creative department and not one person's gone.
The creative never looks far enough into the future.
No.
Apparently they do, but Vince doesn't care as long as there's plans for the people he cares about. Yeah. And even though I hate Vince Russo, and it was said as well when it was during the Hulk Hogan era, Vince does not give a fuck about that undercard. All he cares about is the big person on each show. So he only cared about... Is Dan gone?
I haven't. I've just turned off the camera because I have to go and get a charger.
Yeah, in the 80s he only just cared about Hogan. He just cared about what he did, and then he only cared about what Brett did and Shawn did, and then he only cared about what Austin and The Rock did, and then he only cared about what Cena did for all those years. He doesn't really care about the undercard. He kind of leaves that to everybody else and just sort of approves it as long as it's okay.
Understandable though. I mean, one guy draws. It's not the whole company that draws. It's mainly the big guys.
Why is Vince honestly going to care about Neville and fucking Akira?
Yeah.
Even though every time I see the name Akira, I keep thinking of a certain adult there. It's like Asa Akira. That's the only name that comes into my head. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
If no one knows what I'm on about, either you're too young or you don't do anything with your lives. The next match is Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt. Couldn't give a fuck.
No, they're both dead in the water.
Still don't understand this feud.
Why they feuding? Was there a reason why?
I don't get it. He said Bray has attacked that many people since he came to Raw. I don't know what his plans are.
I'm gonna go with Rollins. So
yeah,
there is no way Bray Wyatt is winning that. There's no reason why he. Oh.
Yeah. Next one after this is Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks. I don't give a fuck. I just think Alexa Bliss is going to win because of reasons. You're a Naomi mark. I'm an Alexa Bliss mark.
And
if I had more money in my life, I'd buy all of her merch twice over, which I did with her. Which I did with her Little Miss Bliss top, and one of them I gave to my dad because she liked, and then I got a bigger version of it because the large was a little bit too tight, and I got destroyed in bleach. So,
oh no.
Yeah, all the shoulders, all destroyed in bleach, and I just got it. And I was like,
you're one of these people who goes on Twitter and she retweets you with her weird shirts, and people go, "What is wrong with that guy?"
No, okay. We may have tried to get that done, but it didn't happen. So, I shouldn't have admitted that because then there's people going to go through my tweets going, "Ha, what a fucking sad."
You're going to get new Twitter followers.
Yeah.
I actually need to put. Do you know what I need to do? Start putting all our like fucking links to our social media under this for the 15 viewers that we have.
There's no way.
Yeah, I'm going with Bliss on this one. I don't see Sasha.
Yeah, Bliss. I don't know. Doesn't matter though.
It doesn't really. What about you, Dan?
How poorly Sasha has been in the last, I don't know how many months. A title run all of a sudden just makes no sense.
Yeah.
So.
After that is Reigns versus Strowman. I think Reigns is winning it. And Reigns will face Lesnar at SummerSlam. And win.
Sure. I'm not sure about that.
Isn't it? Yeah.
This is going to be the blow off to the feud, so I don't see Strowman winning it. Strowman doesn't.
But if Strowman's the next challenger for Lesnar, then.
Well, there's two rumors going around that it's either this is basically like an unofficial number one contenders match, so it's either going to be Strowman or Reigns.
Either option is great, though.
Thing like if Strowman wins, then he can go beat the other contender for the title, and that leads to the Strowman Lesnar match. But then again, what's the review after this then for Raw? Is it SummerSlam? Yeah.
I think they're gonna just. I think Reigns is gonna win and get the belt back because they need a champion on Raw. Like,
true, they can't.
When you don't have that Universal title on Raw, your biggest guy with a belt is The Miz, and it's something I don't like. The Miz, he's not someone that the casual audience is gonna want to look at.
There's a rumor of her going around, and I don't know if it's even possible. Was that he was going to win the title on SmackDown, and Corbin is actually going to cash in and take the Universal title.
That's never happening.
And Cena take the title to Raw.
Not a fucking hope. Not a fucking hope.
And the title turns blue.
Oh, could you imagine that belt is blue? It doesn't look great with red. Fucking hell. No, a blue and white strap the same as the women's title. Yeah, I actually quite like that belt. But no, I don't see I don't see Corbin doing that. Could you imagine if he did though? I mean, there's a little bit inside me wants to happen just for the general reaction that comes in. Because I'm like Cobra Kane. Yeah, I just love the fucking WrestleMania 31. Was it 30 when Daniel Bryan was facing Triple H? That was that cunty side bit inside me going, imagine Triple H won though. I'm going to hate it myself. It'd be nice.
It's like with Cody and the against Okada. There was that little bit going, the internet will lose its shit if he wins, and I kind of want to see that. But oh god, no! Please don't let that happen.
Yeah, I kind of wanted that to happen too, but that's just because I don't watch New Japan, so I was going to default on that one.
Let's just say the internet would have burned down for the day. New Japan marks
would have. It would have. It would have. And there's one thing I hate in this world more than anything else, and that's New Japan marks. Fucking.
Yeah, they can be a bit over the top.
Not talking about anyone in particular, mind.
Shade.
Strowman and so are we going with Reigns in that one, or what's the story? I'm going with
I say
Reigns.
strong. That's just me being in denial.
I'm really on the fence here.
Mm.
The next pay-per-view for Raw SummerSlam, I'm going Reigns.
Is that next pay-per-view for SummerSlam? Second enough.
Assuming.
Yeah, it probably is.
Because
July.
I would assume.
No. After this is Battleground. It's in 2 weeks.
SmackDown.
SmackDown, yeah.
They usually have pay-per-view every 2 or 3 weeks anyway, so.
Yeah, the next pay-per-view after that is NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3 and then SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Reigns.
Reigns, yeah.
Reigns.
Right.
Hands, I'd be doing Roman Reigns gesture right now, but whatever.
You fucking Merc. That's that card.
Fan since the Shield days, shut up.
Say that again?
I've been a Reigns fan since the Shield days, shut up.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh.
Just, can you hear that? That's all the internet, Max. Just going, what? I suppose the last bit of WWE news is the Mae Young Classic. That starts next week. Is it next week?
So it's next week and they still haven't announced everybody.
They've done some qualifiers that are unspoiled. So
Out of the people that's there, there's only 3 names that I think will win it. Tessa Blanchard, Pippin Evan, Tony Storm. That's about 50.
Wait, whoa, Kyrie. She's winning.
Who?
Kyrie Sane?
What's her name?
Kyrie.
Carrie.
Yeah, Kairi.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Should they brought her in from Shimmer? Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Jesus, be winning this.
Yeah, she's also, yeah. She's going on the roster would make sense for her to win. She could actually take the belt off fucking
Asuka.
Oh.
I'd like that.
Oh, shit.
Streak.
Know that everything, like my whole brain is like ping, 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 ping. Like, oh, god damn it. Yeah, Carrie, actually, yeah. The only names I know of, and I don't know any of the other names. Abby Leith is another one. Abby Leith, or whatever the hell.
It used to be Kimberly.
Kimberly, what's her name?
Abby Leith. I think it used to be Kimberly. She was a few months. To be fair, that's the thing. They changed all the names, so they're not really recognizable.
Yeah. I
have the pictures of everybody.
Getting it off Wiki. There you go.
Always the most reliable, right?
As long as I don't see any stupid names up here, then I'm fine.
Chris Benoit isn't an entrant, no?
No, neither was Stevie Richards or anything.
Damn, controversy.
That's my favorite wiki edit ever, by the way. The fact that Stevie Richards was actually in the triple threat match at WrestleMania 20 instead of Chris Benoit.
Oh my god.
Funny as fuck.
Did you see the Wikipedia changes when Bray Wyatt got caught for cheating?
Yep.
It was funny as fuck. Eater of Worlds and Eater of JoJo.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. Oh, that was good, boy. I'd like to meet the man who did that and shake his hand. That's a genius.
The one who changed Bo Dallas is to be like, he's not getting as much of it as his brother. He should learn from him. You're like, God, you genius.
Is that it? So with that, I feel like we've talked about the Women's Classic. I don't know who else can go into it. I just see them being just a load of fucking filler, like a couple of American independent wrestlers.
Chance of surprises, yeah.
Could you imagine if Katie Harvey showed up? I mean, it's a long shot. Oh my god, if she showed up in that, Jesus.
To be with Ginny and stuff, so they might be announced in the next round of.
Was it over the bringing back older divas?
Not sure. Hold on, just 5 seconds.
I know, all right. One of the names that I thought was going to get announced in front of this guy but she just announced her retirement, so I don't see her showing up.
That's a bit convenient, though, isn't it?
It is, but no, she hasn't wrestled either constantly in a while, has she? I can't remember the last time we've seen her wrestle.
Or something like that at the moment, anyway. So doing some sort of a degree, or
yeah, she said that she can go into college when she's 50, but she can't wrestle when she's 50, so she'd rather just get over it now and just fucking move on with her life, which is fine, I suppose. I just love the fact that Mae Young is getting like all the praise at the moment. When in actual fact, she owned a brothel at one point in her life, I think. Was it her Fabulous Moolah owned a brothel at one point in her life? I think it was her.
They would go together.
could have been either or, to be fair.
Say that again?
Could have been either or, to be fair.
Yeah, true.
Like Fabulous Moolah sounds like a real brothel owner name.
It does actually. This is like, I actually, no, it's not, yeah.
Into it.
Yeah, I have nobody, I have absolutely no idea who else is in this fucking.
I probably know them a bit more than you. I watch a lot of indie wrestling, so might be a bit more.
I name all the names, and if you know any of them, just tell me what you know about them.
Yeah.
Lacey Evans.
She's in NXT. She's pretty green, to be honest.
She's pretty green.
Yeah, like she's not great. She's
pretty green, but she's only got 4 fucking names under her belt, and she's only wrestled with WWE. Oh no, she wrestled on the Indies for a year.
Yeah, she's kind of one of those kind of good-looking people that they signed up.
She wrestled for a year, made a debut in the promotion that she trained at in 2014, and later won the company's World Heavyweight Championship. Jesus. Either she's the greatest wrestler ever, or that's a shit company.
Probably the latter.
Yeah, let's go with the latter. I'm just going to go into everyone's name and just see what happens.
No, it takes way too long.
No, I've already started this. This is happening. And the next one is Crazy Mary Dobson, who's got a name changed to Sarah Logan.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she got her name changed to Sarah Logan. I didn't know she was in this. She might win. She'd definitely get far.
She'll get far, but she won't win.
Semi-finals, I said.
Crazy versus Crazy or Nikki Cross will be great,
though. Toni Storm is the next one. I seen. Should have 21. Holy shit.
Yeah. She's one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. Anyway.
She's younger than me. She's 3 years younger than me. I feel so fucking.
She's only 2 years older than me. I feel.
She's the current Progress. Oh yeah, she's the Progress Women's Champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wrestled in Stardom as well. So.
Yeah, she won the SWA World Championship once. She's the current champion there, and she also won the Cinderella tournament, whatever that is. I don't watch World.
It's kind of like a King of the Ring style thing. The winner gets a title shot, but they get a wish, which is usually a title shot.
Yeah. That's another one. I love how Dan is just sitting there, just going, "Yep, I agree." Yep.
Small play.
Next one is Princesa Suchis.
Oh, she's Mexican. She's one of the premier women's wrestlers in Mexico, apparently.
I love how you say apparently, because no one knows who the fuck she is. Yeah, she's been wrestling for.
Actually, really good by a friend of mine. He's from Mexico. He went into detail. She's like legit.
Yeah, she's been wrestling. She's been wrestling since '96. Been doing this for 21 years, like, so she's nothing to be fucked around with, I suppose.
She'll be pretty good, I hope.
Here's one thing, I suppose, that I can name about her. She's been in 4 mask versus mask matches, and she's won them all. Which is a big deal over there. One of them they can't even, like, there's one mask versus mask match here, and it's just like location unknown, event, live event, date unknown. there's no actual like information as to when the fuck that match happened. So I'm assuming it's just like some backwards fucking place that there's no one cared about, but the match happened. Okay. Same with another one as well. Like when you don't even have a date for it, like
That's me.
suppose there's two names here that I can't go into because they don't have any information on them. That's Kavita Devi, she's from India, and Terena Conti, she's from Brazil.
Oh yeah, they're PC. They're performance girls.
That'll be their debut. Abby Lath is another one. Her actual name is Kimberly Lee. She has been wrestling since 2011. She started training at CCW. She did enough. Just basically competed there and just mixed tag team matches and women's matches. Not even
she's nothing special. She's good.
Yeah.
In the ring.
She also worked with Women's Superstars Uncensored for about 4 years. Shine for another 2 years until 2015. Chikara Shimmer. Yeah, she's been working with Chikara since 2014 until last year. She went on to defeat Hollow Wicked to win the Chikara Grand Championship. With that win, she became the first female wrestler to hold the top title in a non-major female promotion. She lost it back in May 2016. She had it since December 2015. That was a pretty long run. That's nothing to be sniffed at. She's been in WWE since last year.
They only run like once every
year. I suppose she's not just a fucking someone that just added for no fucking reason. She actually has something to hold back on.
It'd be great to see her in the tournament. Like, she'll do well.
The next one is Tessa Blanchard is the next one, and her dad is my favorite mid-carder ever.
Tully?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And her grandfather is and she was trained by Magnum TA. Isn't that her uncle or cousin or something? Isn't that connection there somewhere? Doesn't have a hair, but she's been wrestling since 2014.
She's been wrestling everywhere though. She's a real journeyman.
Yeah. She's worked WWE, Lucha Underground. She's worked with, I think she worked with What Culture a couple of times as well, didn't she?
I never really got into What Culture.
Anyway, the next one is Jazzy Gabbert. Oh yeah, she's fucking the alpha female. I'm seeing these names out loud and then I'm realizing who they are.
You're like, oh my god, yeah.
She's definitely making that final. There's no doubt. Oh, there's no way you can have her lose because she's probably signed with them as well, full time.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on the brackets, really.
I can imagine Vince just seeing her for the first time going, wow. Like that clip, you know, that was at the WBF.
Tori Wilson on his desk, and he's like,
oh yeah. Did you ever hear the clip from was it the WBF? He got like the top bodybuilder in the world to join his company during that time. And he was like, wow, look at that mass. Wow. It sounds like he's literally jizzing under the table. It's fucking hilarious. You should look it up. Just type in Vince McMahon OSW. Just type in OSW WBF retrospective as like the very first clip there. I can't remember his name, but yeah, it's funny. It's like exactly how you would imagine Vince would react when he sees like big muscle men like that. She has wrestled since 2001. I know she's won a fuck ton. She has wrestled practically everywhere. She wrestled in Japan for a good couple of years, Pro Wrestling Eve for a couple of years. Had a couple of matches in TNA.
Wow.
She Yeah, she debuted as a heel in TNA, and she just fucked off. She attacked Velvet Sky and Madison Rain. She ended up winning their feud, and she just kind of feuded with ODB, and that was it.
What was her TNA name?
No change. Just the alpha female.
Must have been a few years back.
2014.
I only read 3 names in this thing so far.
No, I've seen her a couple of times. I've actually seen her a good couple of times. I think I'm friends with her on Facebook as well. I think I added her not knowing. I think I remember adding. I add a ton of wrestlers on Facebook, so I found her with a lot of shit all over the world, like wrestling wise. So that's how I tend to fucking learn about this shit. Yeah, she's also won 2 MMA fights. One by technical knockout. The other one was second round submission. Oh no, she won one, lost one. The most recent one was 2017 in April.
He sold me on her. It sounds like a guy or a girl would love to have on his roster.
Next one
Which
is
one is a racetrack?
say that again.
Which one is 11 beside a racetrack?
Racetrack.
I think it sounded something speeding.
I'm just going to just move on. The next one is Dakota Kai. She has been wrestling in.
Oh, that's Evie from Australia.
Yeah, I literally just read it. Evie from Australia. She's been wrestling since 2007. Impact Pro Wrestling Alliance Australia, and she's just been kind of all over the place. She's wrestled with Shine, she's wrestled in Japan, Stardom. She's with WWE since 2015, losing on her debut to Nia Jax.
Oh, she was one of the ones that was sent out to make Nia look good.
At least Nia's actually good. Next one is Vanessa Bourne. She's just another one of those WWE fucking cheerleader, dancer, model.
Seems to be a lot of these just seem to be filler for the brackets, you know.
Yeah, a lot of them are round one fodder.
Then you have the big one from Japan, Kari Hojo. Oh, Jesus Christ! The fucking site is killing me. This it doesn't matter what I'm doing right now. Everything hurts when I'm doing this fucking podcast. I hate this shit. Yeah, I don't think we'll just go into it anyway. She's been wrestling since 2011. She's wrestled with Stardom the entire 6 years she's been wrestling. She has literally moved nowhere away from that. There was another big shit as well about the fact that she had to change her finisher. Like, if the biggest thing you're complaining about is the fact that she's got to get her elbow drop taken away, like, really?
Have you seen her elbow drop?
I've seen her elbow drop, and it looks like she's literally floating in the air. Yeah, fine. But they're not, like, she does an elbow drop, and Bailey does an elbow drop. Honestly, who are you going to take it off? The biggest female competitor in the company, or someone from Japan that a casual fan isn't going to know? Like,
I think though that they're letting her keep it. There seems to be going around.
I can see her keeping it, using something else as well, and then by the time she gets to the main roster, the elbow drop will go.
Did anyone ever have a problem when Kane, Undertaker, and Big Show all did choke slams?
No, because they were all big and 7 foot tall.
Yeah, and also the fact it's Kane, Big Show, and the fucking Undertaker. The 3 of the biggest stars in the history of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Different people.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Like, it's not the same.
An elbow. I just don't.
Anyway, next one is.
It's like if Punk was still in WWE, would they have stopped? What's his name? Yeah, would they have stopped him from doing the go to sleep?
Yeah, because they didn't let him do it when Punk was still there.
Yeah, but considering he was the
was he there when Punk was there? I don't think he was.
He was in
He might have been there as Punk was leaving, but I don't think he was there for. There wasn't a lot of crossover between the two of them.
But like, he wasn't allowed to use it while Punk was there. It's only since he's left that he's really used it.
Yeah, and even at that, when he did come in, they teased it, so you know they were going to allow him to use it anyway. Like so, and that's also a different story as well because he had exposure to the American market already, whereas she hasn't.
True. Just
See?
saying.
Right, the next one is Viper.
Oh yeah, should be really good enough.
Yeah, I feel like we don't really need to fucking go into her much, but I suppose we will. She's wrestled for the Scottish Wrestling Alliance, Pro Wrestling Eve, ICW. There's also worked matches in France. She's been a TNA British Crew Camp, which I think is probably when most people figured out who she was.
She's great now.
Yeah.
Take her size or something.
And since then, she's just kind of wrestled anywhere and everywhere.
She's mainly ICW though, isn't she?
That's like, yeah, I think that's where most of her wrestling is. But she's wrestled in Japan a lot in the last couple of years. Like a fair amount as well. I think in the last 2 or 3 years she's gone back and forth a good bit.
Yeah, she'd fit in with the Japanese style though. She's big and can definitely probably do the strong style.
She looks like an absolute bitch when she's a heel. She looks dazing. Bianca Belair is the next one. I think that's another one of those, like, yeah. Didn't do any wrestling.
I can't remember.
She only joined NXT 2 years ago, last year. And that was it. Her debut was her television debut in a battle royal to the top of the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship, where she was eliminated by Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Belair defeated Elia to qualify for the Mae Young Classic, so she's one of only 2 people that had to actually qualify for this.
Oh, we have to say spoiler. That's spoiled. That's a spoiler, man.
It's not.
What are you doing?
Shit, it is.
What are you doing? Spoiling it for people.
Oh no! Oh god, damn it! Oh, just ruined an entire episode of NXT for someone. No. Next one is, and I don't give a fuck either. Next one is Vanessa Bourne. She is another one of those cheerleader, dancer, models, professional wrestlers. And spoiler alert: she also was the only other one to actually have a qualifying match against the Mae Young Classic. She's the only other one to win. She's already had 3 matches. 2 last year where she was enhancement talent. And then she was gone until June 28th, which will be her debut, is the qualifying match for the Mae Young Classic.
All right.
That's when she changed her name to Vanessa Bourne. So 3 left now, and then they're done. Next one is from China, Jiao Zaya. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. There's nothing there, and there's nothing. I can't even go into it.
Performance actor, signee.
Next one is Rhea Ripley. Why is that name so familiar to me?
Because it sounds like Rita O'Reilly, isn't it? Rhea O'Reilly.
I'll have to Google her. Anyway, the last one is Sage Beckett.
But they were only announced today as well.
Yeah, they won that. Was it yesterday and yesterday today? Sage Beckett. Oh yeah, she got trained by the Dudley brothers.
Oh yeah.
She's on the independent circuit since 2007. It's about 10 years.
Can we expect tables?
Just whipping it out every time. Ruth was billed as the great-granddaughter of Major League Baseball Hall of Famer Babe Ruth. She would wear attire involving pinstripes like the New York Yankees and face paint. Similar to the baseball furies from the film The Warriors. So if you've watched The Warriors, you know exactly what I'm on about. If you've not watched The Warriors, have a good chat with yourself and watch The Warriors. and play the incredible Rockstar game that was based on the movie, but kind of like the setup to the movie, which is also just great stuff.
That's the PS2 one, or is there a PS3 version?
There's a PS4 version and a PS. I don't think there's a PS3 version, but there is a PS4 version. They redid it 2 years ago. I got it. So when they had those big sales there the last couple of months, got it for €2.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. She also worked with TNA on 2 different occasions, 2010 and 2005, 2015. She appeared on the Knockouts Knockdown 3, where she got, I'm assuming, battered by Awesome Kong.
Yeah, we'd assume so.
She then wrestled in Japan. And then in 2012, she actually retired. So she's actually coming out of retirement for this.
All right.
She announced on Twitter she would retire due to injuries. Oh no, she came back. Yeah, 2014, yeah. With now 127 pounds later, made a return to professional wrestling under the ring name Andrea. She would become a mainstay in the female wrestling promotion Shine. In June 2015, she took part in the WWE trial camp. She competed in the October 22 taping of NXT, losing to Emma. On January 4th, 2017, they announced that she signed with the company and would be reporting to the Performance Center beginning in April. She appeared in NXT live events under the villainess under the real name, under her actual name, managing Lana during her matches. Okay. And she began performing now under the actual name Sage Beckett. And her finisher, one of her finishers is a slow spine buster, which looks great in my head. So that was that. They're all the ones that have been announced so far. And you have, what's it? Jim Ross and Lita doing the commentary.
Oh god, that's gonna be a train wreck.
I thought I heard that they were going to have Morrow along, and I was freaking out. I think we were going to have Morrow and JR in the same.
Yeah, but people were freaking out because Morrow was saying that they were like, oh, he's definitely going to be doing the women's thing. And I'm like, they've already announced the man for that. They're not going to have 2 men doing announcing.
But there's 3 commentary teams there.
Yeah, but not for these things, though, if you think about it.
True.
The Cruiserweight Classic was 2. The
2
tag team tournament they have is 2. And they're actually doing a new tag team tournament like the Mae Young Classic. And
Yeah,
like,
I heard that.
That I can't wait.
I think that was put into the forum. Was it 2 or 3 days ago? Was it today?
It's recent news, yeah. Right.
Actually, as we're on about women wrestling, anybody watch Glow?
Haven't watched it. It's on the list. Any good?
Fucking great. No. Jesus Christ,
no.
So good.
The trailer was a bit iffy for me, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a watch because it's wrestling related, but I wasn't too sure.
The thing is, as well, it's not like any other wrestling show I've watched because.
Are there others?
There's actual wrestlers in it.
Oh yeah, the Awesome Kong is in it.
I've watched 10 episodes of that and went, I know who she is.
Oh God.
Say that again?
Spoilers. I haven't seen anything. Just be careful what you say.
If you want to... No. Oh no, do you know what? Do you care about who cameos in it?
Not really, unless you're telling me their character names when they come in.
Yeah, no.
I can't even remember the character names.
Well, that's all right then.
So Awesome Kong's in it, but she's one of the main cast, which I did not know who she was because she lost so much fucking weight. So when she was on the screen for 10 episodes, I went, she looks familiar. Couldn't be bothered to actually look it up though. And then when someone pointed out that Awesome Kong was in it, I went, who else in it? John Morrison's in it for the first 2 episodes. He's good.
They're the only thing I'd heard it was in it, I think.
Like, the thing is, the best thing about it is that they don't make a mockery of the actual sport itself.
Well, kind of.
They don't, but even at that, like, they don't make it out that it's just this fake, completely fake, like, over-the-top thing. It's like they're actually treating it with some sort of respect. Do you know what I mean? Which was the best thing about it. Like, so you had, like, they were the first 2 wrestlers that were in it. Then Carlita was in it at one point. She was the brother of one of the characters in it. Brother Slay was in it. And the best part about their thing was when Carlito came around the corner at one point with an apple in his hand. I went, ah! That mark in the back of my head went, ah! It was definitely, I don't care what anyone says, that was definitely his doing. Their father, is he an actual wrestler? Because I never seen him. Carlitos and Brother Slade dad. No, is he an actual wrestler? Because he looks funny, but I think he might have just been an actor.
I think he's an actor.
Yeah. Alex Riley and Joey Ryan are in it.
Mm-hmm.
Which was weird. Not Joey Ryan being in it. Joey Ryan kind of had a Ted DiBiase, a Ted DiBiase character dialed up to 10 with the way he was acting. It was fantastic. Mm-hmm. And then in the background before that, they came on. You had Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels. Yeah. They didn't have any lines in or anything like that. They were just sort of in it.
They just wrestled. Did the BME though?
Yeah. But yeah, Daniel, watch it. It's great. Fantastic.
It is on the list. I'm currently going through a lot of shows at the minute, so
it's an easy watch though. It's only half an hour episodes.
Yeah, it's not an hour long, so it's great.
Is there many episodes in the season?
10, yeah.
Nice one.
So, we move on to the G1 or OTT?
We'll do the G1 and then we'll go into the Irish Indie stuff. Will I run through the matches from the tournament first and the main event? Or will we just wing it?
Yeah, tournament and main event for night one, I think. They were the main kind of talking points.
Yeah, because the rest of it, it's not that I don't like Japanese wrestling, but we'll just go through the main shit. So the things that kind of sold the G1 Classic in itself to like casual fans. So you had the IWGP United States Championship Tournament, which had Jay Lethal and the Hangman Page, Zack Sabre Jr., Juice Robinson, Ishii, Naito, Kenny Omega, England, which I watched the day after and was very good.
Yeah.
And then you had the match for the IWGP One Heavyweight Championship. Okada beat Cody Rhodes.
His best ever match, easily.
When you were in the ring with the second best wrestler on the planet.
Whoa, second? Who's number one?
Styles.
No. Not this year. Styles has been dreadful this year. Okada's put on
Styles hasn't been dreadful this year. I know a second. Styles opened up the air against John Cena, which was fucking incredible. Admittedly, the Elimination Chamber match was only bled, but he was one of the highlights from it. His match against Shane at WrestleMania was very good.
What's he done since then?
Had a serviceable-ish feud with Kevin Owens.
Yeah. No, that's terrible. In a year where Kazuchika Okada is doing everything to a legendary level, cannot call this there.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm still sticking by it. So that was night one, and then night two, you had Kenny Omega versus Jay Lethal, which I haven't watched yet, but I've heard it was supposed to be fantastic as well. I think was it. Semi-final 2 was Ishii versus Zack Sabre Jr.
That was good. I watched that now, and it was pretty awesome. Although I don't like Zack Sabre Jr. and how he sells, it annoys me.
Does he sell?
No, that's the problem.
There you go.
If I'm getting hit in the face by Ishii, I'm selling it because that guy could probably eat me if he wants to. Zack Sabre Jr. got kicked in the face and just did that weird sit-up thing he does.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
They went to America, right? And put Billy Gunn in their fucking IC title match.
I know.
Is this 1999 or what's the story?
I don't know why they did that.
What fucking idea was that? Jesus Christ.
He apparently wrestles in Japan during the World Tag League.
Okay. And Kenny Omega defeated Ishii for the US Championship, which is funny because he's Canadian.
That was Kevin Owens, though.
That's WWE. Fuck the here.
So,
The longest.
did you watch any of them?
I watched the couple of them. I watched Omega versus England and Omega versus Jay Lethal. I watched bits of the Omega versus Jay Lethal. I didn't watch the whole thing, but what I seen was good. And I watched bits of the Ishii and Omega match.
Yeah.
I didn't watch anything else. The only other
You
name
should watch Naito, though. I thought that was my favorite match.
Who? Naito and Ishii.
Yeah, those two are really good together.
Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson's CJ Parker. Yeah.
He's got a great push over in New Japan at the moment. They're doing it, the underdog thing.
He's really fucking nice. So. Right, you talk about that there for a second, lads. I just got to take a phone call.
So, Dan.
Hello.
I haven't got a clue what you're on about because I haven't seen it.
Oh, you don't? Do you know much about Japanese wrestling?
Very little. I think I've literally seen about one match in the last year.
Okay. So I should just go off on a monologue here. Should I?
Oh, you could. You really could. The only thing I did see was Omega winning the US title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I've seen. That's about.
All right.
So
you didn't see the match leading up. You just saw the moment when he won.
Literally
The celebration.
The celebration, and then the fact that like the two American champions are Canadian. Yay!
Pretty funny, and they both have KO as their initial.
Yeah.
Illuminati.
It is confirmed.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yes, I agree. I concur.
We were just Illuminati. Why not?
What, you were talking about the Illuminati?
Yeah.
We got off topic.
So I leave for 2 minutes to take a phone call off my mum, and you fucking switch to the Illuminati. Great stuff, lads. Great stuff.
It's one of those.
Yeah, well, you know.
Should we enlighten you as to how the Illuminati came into the conversation?
Do you know what? I don't want to know. We'll just leave that as a mystery. Was this worth the watch, or what's the story?
The big match, the whole tournament is worth watching, definitely. The 2 nights are because they're just really good wrestling. But like,
I did the only, because as I said, I don't watch New Japan. I'm kind of in the same boat that Keane is in the form where it just doesn't. I care about the main event. But was it the opening day had 2, like Jim Cornette said this as well. Who the fuck opens a pay-per-view with a 10-man and an 8-man tag team match? Because by the time you get to Jay Lethal versus Hangman Page, the crowd is just especially as well when you just batter those 2 matches with all your shit.
thing is, that's how they do their undercards. Even in Japan, they're just multi-man tags.
Fine, there's multi-man tags in the card. Fine, yeah, fine. Because you want to fill the card up with as much as you can, and whatever. But
just make a pre-show easier.
Do it for the crowd. I don't know. It seemed like we're booking to me. I don't know why you would.
It's just how in Japanese wrestling, it's usually the undercard is filled with multi-man tags.
Like, if I was like, there was how many multi-man tags is there? There was only 2 multi-man tags, or there was 3.
Yeah,
there was 3 multi-man tags. God damn.
That's
I would have put, and they kind of spaced them out. It was like, 2 multi-man tags, 2 single matches, then another multi-man tag, then another tag team match. I would have put the 8-man or the 10-man tag after the first round, like before the main event, after the Kenny Omega match.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just left it till the other night because it was there was 9 matches on 2 nights.
Yeah.
Jesus. I don't know. That just seemed like Jim Cornette said it as well. It didn't make any sense to him. Because if it's just going to be, especially when you have the Young Bucks, just fucking, let's get our shit in, lads. Fuck the rest of them. Here's 25 fucking super kicks.
That's just how it's done over in Japan.
So what would you give it out of? What would you give the 2 nights out of? I don't know, 5.
11.
12.
6. I gotta get the CCW. I think that could be our segue into the next part of the show, which is Irish independent wrestling.
Yes, the best independent wrestling in all of the world.
Yes.
Without any shadow of a doubt. So will I go first with OTT, or will you go first with CCW?
You go first. You go first with OTT. I'll get the card here for CCW, and yeah.
So, as you know, WrestleRama is coming up next month, and they set up 3 title matches for on this show. So you had Damian Corbin and Chris Brooks in a singles match, and Chris Brooks won. It was a decent match, and then he said it's CCK and Kings of the North for the tag titles at WrestleRama, which is like hands down. That's going to be good shit. Martina and Katie Harvey obviously are fighting for the women's belt because they're the only 2 women on the roster. And then you had Skrull versus Haskins, and that finished, or not Skrull, Smile. Yeah, and they did Dusty finish. And so that segued to Mick Foley showing up and saying, so listen, at WrestleRama, we're having Skrull versus Smile versus Haskins in a triple threat match for the WWE title.
Whoa. Did they have a video package of Mick announcing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
wait, they had a video package. They had a video package of Mick announcing the match after all that shit happened, as if he had just seen it.
Yeah, I don't question it. It worked.
Was it live? Was it live? Was it getting streamed? Like,
it was quite clearly pre-recorded, but this is wrestling. You don't question that sort of shit.
If they shot that live via satellite.
No, it's just it was like, oh, we got he just showed up on the screen, as if he'd hacked the show. Like,
Spoke out like he did at WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, it's like this was just the very end of the show. Like, I don't know. The other there was Bobby George Jr. made his debut, and if you get the chance, check this gimmick out. It is one of the best gimmicks I've ever seen. It's a darts gimmick.
A darts gimmick.
Oh yeah.
Dave.
Like the whole, that darts song that they all sing going into the commercial breaks. Like we were singing that the whole match.
Oh, Dave.
And he comes out to that 7 Nation Army song by White Stripes. So we were just singing his name to the song. He was over as fuck. And his personal ring announcer is brilliant. Everything he does is amazing. Check out Bobby George Jr. Like, it was just the best shit. Like,
Video for him before it's just brilliant.
Yeah, and he carries that into the ring so well.
Oh.
Like, it's the best. If you ever get the chance to see him live, you have to go. It's amazing. That was definitely the best thing on the card. And then there was British Strong Style against Keith Lee, Donovan Dijak, and Sammy Callahan. Of course, that was your indie Rific 6-man tag.
Loads of flips, less selling.
Yeah, and of course, he sent on over the top rope, which is unbelievable because he's like huge. Like nobody's business. But like that match was insane as well. It was just a really good card overall. And OTT, I mean, never really fails to put on a great show. So
I did see all right the Martina and fucking Pastor thing.
Oh my god.
The best thing.
Martina.
That was fucking brilliant. Whoever came up with that idea was a fucking genius. Anything else to say in it? Was there any like bullshittery or some fuckery?
I mean, the Anti-Fun Police the debut, and it took me half an hour to realize that one of them was Bull James and the other one was Pete Dunne's brother. So take that for what it was.
Bull James.
Yeah,
Oh,
that guy who used to be in NXT.
and shit, yanked out of my fucking head, son, did I? Oh, well done.
Yeah.
That was something.
So otherwise, okay. Great experience. 4-hour show though, killer as fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Next show is looking really good now.
By the way, do those shows get streamed live on the OTT network?
No, it's on demand. 4 days.
Well then,
But
that sounds like
you should just travel up for WrestleMania. Just fuck it.
Alex. Any chance you could turn on the light? Because all I can see is the silhouette of your head.
Sun has been a long time ago.
There we go.
Hey.
Well, that sounded good. I think WrestleMania is going to be great.
Yeah, both cards are really good.
Cool. Sounds good. Sounds very good.
Mm-hmm. So CCW.
I'll name who's on the card first, and then I'll just
You'll fanboy over Ospreay in a few.
Oh god, yeah, because I love Will Ospreay.
Are you going to try and weasel your way back into the company? Just to.
I still talk to a lot of people there. It's not saying that if I wanted to go back, I could just walk back or anything. But whatever. I'm not saying that, by the way. I wouldn't just walk back into the company. It's like, oh, I'm back, lads. I've been gone for 3 years. Fuck yourselves. I'm back in the main event.
Of course they could.
If I went back tomorrow, if I went back tomorrow, I'd have to fucking train again and fucking.
No.
The only thing I miss about that is bumping, and I actually genuinely enjoyed bumping. So the card has, we'll say, from the outsiders, from the, from them across the water, let's say, both as American and English. You have Will Ospreay in the card, Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's defending his belt. You've got Pastor, who's the CCW champion. You've got Bram. You've got Joseph Connors. You've got Chris Renfrew. You've got Bull James. And is that it? They all the brand names he brought in. And from the outside as well, you have Luke King Sharp.
So mainly Scotland.
It's a lot of Scottish talent, yeah. Danny the Beast. Say that again?
Bram injured though.
Yeah, Bram's injured. He was announced on the card, but I don't know. His match is still there. He's still facing Lewis Garvin.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Maybe he'll be back. I don't know.
What's the other one? Who's the other fellow? Notice on the card as well. Joseph Connors, Danny the Beast Butler. He's actually the All-Star champion at the moment, so I'm assuming that's the reason he's on the fucking card. In all of this, you have a WCPW World Heavyweight Championship match with Jordan Devlin. Oh yeah, Jordan Devlin's on the card as well.
Oh wow!
But he's Irish, so I only count that. So
yeah,
you have Jordan Devlin, you have Will Ospreay versus Joe Hendry versus Ricky Combat for the WCPW Championship. Which is sure to be just great.
Yeah,
that's gonna be great. Chris Renfrew makes his debut, but it doesn't look like he has a match announced yet. But he's on the card. The Northern Irish Nightmare Tron is facing Luke King Sharp and Connor the Body Charisma in a 2-on-1 handicap match, which can only be fun. Rough Stuff, which is CT Flexer from OTT.
All right.
Yeah, he's in another tag team as well with Paul Scarf. They're Rough Stuff. They used to be the Irish tag team champions. I think they were the longest Irish tag team champions ever as well. Okay. They're against the Armstrongs, which is Marion Armstrong and the other Armstrong. Butch Armstrong, and he's quite fond of the violence. You should look up there. If you get a chance, look up their promos. They're really, really fucking funny. Because Marion Armstrong is probably the best talker in that place, the company.
Mm-hmm.
He's just naturally a great talker. So it's actually a great tag team. The next match is for the very first ever CCW, to crown the very first ever CCW Women's Champion. If you've seen the belt, it's quite different. It's got Katie Harvey versus Valkyrie versus Raven Creed versus Lauren Leroux. I think I've heard of her before. Raven Creed is from the CCW Academy, and Valkyrie is basically just a younger version of Katie Harvey, and Katie Harvey's the best wrestler in the country, I think so.
Oh, that sounds like it's going to be a show stealer, anyway.
Yeah, because I don't know who Lauren is. I'm nearly certain she's on the last show. I think she's currently in a tag team with Raven Creed and Billy Bedlam, and they've got a tag team that's like a bit weird. That makes me uncomfortable. I don't know whether it's uncomfortable because of the character, or it's because there's about a 10-year age gap between the two of them, and they're a little bit close. I don't know where it is, but it's a cool tag team. It's a little bit like how Mankind was at the start. So his weird. It's a cool gimmick. Next one is, I'm assuming it's not the card anymore, but I don't know. Is Bram versus Lewis Garvin? Fucking if I know what's happening. Bull James is facing Danny the Beast Butler.
Oh, hospital.
And is that the last one? Yeah, the main event then is the Pastor versus Joseph Connors for the CCW title.
It sounds like a pretty above average card, you know?
That would be a solid OTT card.
So it's quite a good few matches in that. Like, and they've got some big names to flesh out too.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good fucking card. I'm assuming you might have the likes of Bingo Balance on the card as well. They've got a couple.
I've seen him like 10 years ago wrestling in a gym. Like, signed picture by him. Hearing his name again is the weirdest thing ever.
He still wrestles. He's former CCW champion. He's a former.
Because I remember seeing him. He was really good. He was like 0G champion in Irish Whip.
Irish Grappling as well, yeah.
And I was like, I need to see more of this guy. Where is he? Why isn't he in WWE? But you know.
Yeah, and who else is on the card? You might have Omega Alex Jeffries, I think is his name. He's not a CCW guy.
Uh-huh.
He's from the academy. I guess we call it the academy. Who else might be on the card? I'm just racking off names that I know usually are on those shows. I'm assuming going to be showing up again. The Woods Brothers. They're the tag champs. I can probably see them showing up. I remember right the last show I went to, there was this big fucking smash between all the tag teams.
Yeah.
Marion and one of the lads from the Woods Brothers, the blonde hair guy, the short blonde hair. The two of them started throwing elbows at each other that looked so stiff. I was getting concussion just looking at it. I was literally standing there going, the two lads are beating the shit out of each other. This is fucking great. I mean, they were really just fucking belting each other with them. Like, the rest of them, you knew they were like, when you compare to the rest of what was going on, you were just like, that's one thing. These two lads are killing each other. I saw him a couple of weeks after that. I saw Marion a couple of weeks after that. I just had to bump into him inside town. I was just like, that was my favorite part of the show because it was the only part where I went, ow, that looks like it hurts.
Kind of reminds me of those New Japan never open weight matches where you're just like, these guys are going to murder each other at some point. I'm going to enjoy watching it somehow. But
it's because I'm a fucking psychopath and I like seeing people hit each other.
Alright, so Tournament of Death is your favorite show of the year, I assume.
No, it's not.
Am I the only deathmatch fan here, or?
What about you, Dan? Are you a deathmatch fan?
I'm
going to take that as a no.
I wouldn't say no, and I wouldn't say yeah.
It has its place in wrestling. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I mean, like you had Dean Ambrose had his time in CCW doing some pretty fucking sick shit. I mean, like,
Is that with the fucking? Is that with the
Drill.
Yeah, the fucking yeah.
cause
I just
what you call them with a blade on anyway.
the only thing I don't like that they use inside there is the fucking what is it? The light tubes. And every time you see someone go through those things, they never fucking move when they get hit with them. They slam through it and they stay there. I'm like,
The new ones are easy break. They just go into 1,000 pieces. Like
they go into 1,000 pieces, and the thing is, well, it's laced with mercury and shit. Like you can get violently sick because of that and cause yourself permanent brain damage. But no, I'm just gonna lie here because it looks cool. Fucking move.
What was the one I seen there recently? Was it in Japan where they had the board covered in scissors?
probably Big Japan Wrestling.
Yeah, there was like a board, but like scissors that were open, pointing upwards, and they were doing shit boards.
Yeah, it was like Endless Survivor or something. Big Japan Wrestling had it. That was the finish of the match. The guy got slammed onto that board. Ouch.
Yeah, so like it's like
Just out.
Yeah, see, I don't like deathmatch wrestling. Yet one of my favorite pay-per-views ever is the IWA deathmatch from 1985. Which is very odd. That's because it has.
Deathmatch wrestling is fun.
you can watch
to
it.
kind of watch it.
Like it's right there.
Yeah.
That's fine as well because I say it's fine. Some of the booking makes no sense. That's kind of fine because. Am I wrong in saying that was like a one and done thing?
What?
The IWA deathmatch. Just that pay per view. Was that a one and done thing, and then the deathmatch was just taken on by everybody else? Say again?
Would it have been? Would that be IWA Mid South?
No, not IWA Mid. I think it was IWA. No, not IWA Mid South. It was IWA in Japan. It was a Japanese show.
I don't know because there was a few weird Japanese deathmatch companies going around in the 90s.
I have the DVD here somewhere. I have no idea where it is. My plethora of fucking DVDs. There's somewhere inside there. I've got like a locker full of DVDs here, a drawer full of DVDs here, and 3 massive drawers full of DVDs here. Do I have any space for any of my clothes? Fuck no.
Who needs clothes? You've got wrestling DVDs. Like fuck that shit.
Oh no, it's not wrestling. It's not even mainly wrestling DVDs. It's mainly just DVDs I collected because before I used to on my birthdays I used to just buy DVDs. 50 years worth of DVDs that I've watched once and that's it. And the one I get more stick for is I can get it out because it's kind of funny because I bought it when I absolutely hated them as well. I should have just stopped this. I should have stopped this before I even started. But fuck it, I made my choices. This one. Because it was €5 inside Virgin and I was getting it.
€5, man.
DVD I bought for a $5 that I have never watched and have no intentions of ever watching. But it was a $5, so yeah, we'll have it.
And I did watch this, and this is actually not a bad DVD because this is like right as well in like the thick of that fucking Cena's God and no one can beat him.
Oh yes.
What's that?
Does it feature his Thugonomics days?
It's 2010, so I think it's just
5 years too late.
No, it's just
history of him, or what is it?
No, it's like just a documentary about like his day-to-day life and all that kind of shit. Some of it's kind of cool because he does what's like car shows and all that kind of shit. But yeah, it's not like a straight up John Cena documentary, put it that way. It's not like going through his life. But yeah, it's alright. That's what I should do every week now, is put out a random DVD from my collection and just go, it's alright.
This week.
Have you watched the Kevin Owens stuff?
No, I've seen videos going around and stuff, but I haven't bought it.
This is a great segue into what I want to say now. Fuck Vince Russo. Fucking Christ, man. Somebody asked me.
Never won a title belt.
So the worst thing is, right, and this is where even if you don't like Jim Cornette, you have to agree with him on this. Vince Russo, and this has been said by many people, considers wrestling a TV show. He doesn't consider it a sport. So he writes it like a TV show. He treats it as a TV show. And this is somebody said to me, somebody said, I think it was Natasha said in the forum, that, he just says this just to get a pop. And he probably does, but he genuinely believes this. He once went on a rant about wrestling fans being gay because only gay men would cheer "This is awesome" and fight forever at wrestling shows.
Oh, fun.
And then it's because who would want to sit in the ring and who would want to sit in the arena and say that without being a little bit gay? And then said Finn Balor should walk out more. To which someone sent him a photo of Finn Balor topless, which is not that fucking hard to find because he's a fucking professional wrestler. And then he said, "That's gay." What? Are you fucking serious? I fucking hate it. And before it used to be like, clearly he gets a lot of stick that he shouldn't get. Because I thought he genuinely didn't get it. When you actually realize, he was fine in WWE's because he put out 500 fucking ideas, and Vince McMahon took the 2 good ones that he had and actually made them fucking okay. He turned WCW into what, a $60 million a year company when he was there, to minus $80 million by the time it was done.
I don't think you can blame him for WCW. That was a sinking ship long before.
Come on, for fuck's sake! In the year 2000 alone, that title switched was something like 25 times.
It was vacated.
Times. Just because he booked it to be vacated. Fuck me.
When David,
I don't like Russo more than you do.
Shit.
No. Say again, Dan.
When David Arquette is your champion, you're in serious shit.
Yeah, as well, his reasoning behind that is weak. It was like, we did it because, we get on the front page. It was like page 10.
He's not a big star to do that with.
Right. Again?
He wasn't a big enough star to do that with.
He was at the time. He was big enough to do it. He was married to Courtney Cox on Friends. Trust me, he was big enough to do it at the time. It was 2000. Friends is the biggest TV show in the world at that point. It was a smart... They had her on Nitro.
One of the fucking main cast members.
What?
He wasn't one of the main cast members from Friends.
It doesn't matter. You have the WCW champion going out with Courtney Cox, one of the main actresses on the biggest TV show in the year 2000. She appeared on an episode of Nitro, and so did Kirk Douglas.
Yes, that's the equivalent of when what do you call your man Federline turned up on Raw because
but to be fair, by that point, by the time he turned up on Raw as well, he was already fucking divorced from Britney Spears, and he was already a minor star by himself. David Arquette is still a bit famous, considering the fact that the last time he appeared on Raw, he actually had a mental breakdown as the show was going on.
Are you saying basically Vince Russo was right then to put the title on him?
Oh no, he wasn't right to put the title on him. But you're trying to say he wasn't a big enough star. You're trying to say he wasn't a big enough star at the time. He was very much. He was very much a big enough star at the time.
At the time, there was a lot bigger. He did it for some person who was clearly a fan.
Yeah, but he even David Arquette didn't want it.
Did he?
He didn't know. It's actually he said this a couple of times since. He actually said it was a bad idea, but Vince kind of essentially forced him to do it. That's why when he got all the pay from being on the WCW roster, he gave all his money.
Say no.
Yeah, but
Vince McMahon wanted me to take a title. I know it's a bad idea, but I wouldn't say no.
Are you married to Courtney Cox? That was my answer to that one, and it was weak.
Okay. I think Vince Russo gets too much airtime in it.
I don't give a fuck. I'm going to continue it.
What do you think about it?
the thing is, Natasha said he does this for a pop, and that's fine. And then he said he truly believes it. And people are like, oh no, he clearly's only doing this for a pop. He watches wrestling even though he doesn't get it. Let's be honest. He doesn't fucking get why wrestling is wrestling. There's a story that Jim Cornette says I don't know if it aired, I don't know if it actually happened, but was there an abortion angle on Raw during the Attitude Era? Not an abortion angle, a miscarriage angle.
Well, there was the Lita one, the Ruthless Aggression area.
But no, I mean like not that bad. Like before that, because that was more funny. Because you had Snitsky kicking a baby, so you take the good with the bad on that one. But
possible.
I think there was another one involving somebody else, and I can't remember who it was. But when Jim Cornette found out about it, he snapped, and he went, "What the fuck is this shit?" So he went to Ed Ferreira, and like this is no word of a lie. His reasoning behind having a miscarriage angle on Raw was because they do it on Dallas.
Oh Jesus!
I'm sorry. What? What? Dan's just giving up. It was what? Like this level of fucking incompetence you're dealing with. Vince Russo doesn't get wrestling. He doesn't get why people go into it. He doesn't get why fucking the likes of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens embrace after it and say this is for us after he won the Universal title. He doesn't get why he did that. The reason he did that is because he watched it when he was fucking, was it 8 years old, he said? Was it WrestleMania 11? Yeah. And he fell in love with it. That's the reason he watches it. That's the reason I wanted to do it. That's the reason the likes of fucking Prince Devitt's on the... Well, Prince Devitt, look at me being a fucking merc. Finn Balor's on fucking Raw. It's the reason everyone does what they do, and you want to be the best. So you try and win the biggest thing you can, which is the WWE title, or in this case, the Universal title. It's like when you're an actor and you win an Oscar and you go, but it was all fake though. Like,
I know. Vince Russo hasn't a clue what he's saying most of the time.
And he stopped talking about wrestling for a while, realized his rating dipping on his podcast, so he had to talk about it again. And he realized that if he talked about Jim Cornette again and Eric Bischoff, that's the worst thing, I think. The worst thing he ever did was about a year and a half ago. It was another one of the fights between Cornette and Russo. And Russo said, I debate him for charity on like a neutral podcast.
Yeah.
Knowing full well that Cornette's not doing that. He would never do that. So he tries to say, well, I already tried to do it. So now he comes off as a prick. And it's like anyone with a brain knows he isn't coming off as a prick. In fact, he's probably coming off a lot better. You just come off as a prick because you know he's going to say no. You come off as a prick because you don't know what you're talking about. Sure, he did try to do the same thing. He tried to do the same thing with his Eric Bischoff. He said no. He tried to do the same thing with Bruce Pritchard and their podcast. He said no. Conrad Thompson said he would do the podcast, but it seems like to him, he's not a big enough name, so fuck that. So they just stuck with he just declined to do it. It's like, stop trying to be such a fucking leech. And I'm talking about him, which makes it worse. He's doing exactly what I want to do. He's doing exactly what he wants me to do.
As far as listening to you rant about Vince Russo is, my phone is about to go dead. So
I think we should probably there.
Yeah. End on a high note. Yeah.
One more thing. Slammiversary. Fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Fat. They went final deletion on that one.
Get him. He's fat. He's really fast.
That was all people wanted, to be honest. And they gave it to him.
Oh, and then having the Sinister Ministers, fucking James Mitchell, that reveal with the camera going up, standing there with the mask, and the crowd is going, ah! Is he back for good? Does anyone know if he's back for good, or is that just a one?
I mean, DJs now. That's probably his day job, so.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Anyway, I suppose we better end it there because I don't want us to cut off the podcast and lose you just midway through a sentence. It's fucking Sopranos type deal going on. This has been fun.
Yeah.
We'll do this again in another. We'll keep it to the 2 weeks. We'll keep it.
Anyway, compared to the last one.
Yeah, how long was it? I can't even see the time on this.
10:10. That's what.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours.
2 hours, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Solid one.
It was 2 hours because you were late, Daniel. Right, I'm not gonna hang. Right,
Yes.
we're gonna stop this. So, and I'm gonna have to talk to the 2E when this shuts off because I need to ask a question. Seeing as I have all of us here, I'm just gonna do it quick. So, it's been fun. Let's hope we get. Let's hope we get more than 25 the next time.
All right.
Bye bye.